Test, test. Test, test. I'm getting back on my Nurikabe grind. I had a lot of thoughts about the world. I was also highly hungover. Which is interesting. That doesn't usually happen to me anymore, but it still can. Apparently. Here we go. I'm already 100 in. Huh? Let's ease into Crossroads. I guess the crossroad is maybe like you could pick a certain number of ways to do it. Well, that has to be there. I was just thinking about, like, how similar is this game to Proverbs, all told? And the answer is not actually, because there's this kind of, like, some complexity in the way that things can interact instead of just being 100% local. I'm basically planning not to say anything, I guess. These have gotten harder. Is that different from the fact that they've gotten bigger? Debatable. Oh, hello. How you doing, John?
I'm doing alright.
Nice.
How are you doing?
Hmm?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I've just entered my doing well era of the day.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
I felt somehow less tired today than I did yesterday,
Whoa.
even though I stayed up super late, as you know.
Yeah. Weird.
Yesterday I slept basically on and off all day, and then went to band practice, and then played Oberdin and talked to you for a long time,
Mm.
which I guess cancels itself out, and then now I'm still tired, but not as bad as yesterday. So,
Wow.
amazing.
I'm gonna take all the credit. That was me energizing you with the spirit
Yes.
of Flashy. That's my thought upon the matter. Oh, big heart. But you know.
I have to say I don't understand this game,
Well, you should have.
but I'll figure it out. Don't tell me.
Ah, true. I was gonna say the whole point of me playing this game, as I explained earlier, as I documented on stream. Well, first of all, it just looked like a nice game, but also, specifically, there are rules, and when I Googled the name of this game, it's like an established set of rules for paper and pencil puzzles. But,
Similar to Lock, in a way.
yes. It's even more similar to like a Sudoku or something. But anyway, then I thought, wait, why would I spend time reading these rules online and trying to understand them when I could play the game that's like engineered? It probably has a good tutorial and it's engineered to feel nice and stuff.
Engineered to feel nice and stuff. That's
Yeah.
what I put on my bottle of body wash.
Nice. That's what they're saying about me down at the lab.
Yeah. So is the rule you're not allowed to have a whirlpool?
Yes, that's one of the rules. I don't really get this.
I think I get it, but I'm not sure because I just started observing this game like 2 minutes ago.
There has to be something I'm not seeing in this current configuration, because it kind of seems like it's just impossible.
Gentlemen, there's a solution here you're not seeing.
Nice. What is the
You want me
solution?
to tell you my idea, which may or may not make sense because I don't know this game?
Yeah, but first of all, tell me, what is that quote from? What's the solution he's proposing in the quote?
Oh, his proposed solution is to shoot himself in response to the galactic currency being set to 0
Ah, yes.
in Rick and Morty.
Yes, I remember that scene. I often think about it. And that's a good line from that scene. Anyway, yeah, you should tell me your solution. You are the best to ever do it, after all.
Oh, the best to never do it.
Yes.
In this case,
In this case.
I feel like you just have that 4-column go straight up into the whirlpool.
You know, I thought of exactly the same thing at the same time and executed it as you were describing it. So
Wow, it's just like lock.
Yeah, not the same time as you thought of it, obviously, but the same time as you described it.
Yeah.
That exactly the same time.
I like how trees grow on the islands.
Yeah.
It's cozy.
Yeah. It's engineered to be nice, what can I say? There's like a whole cottage industry of guys who are like, I've had a great idea for the next video game. It's like a game and it's nice. He's done it again! They can keep getting away with it. There we go.
Wait, what are those dots about?
Oh, you can mark things with right click. It's like in Minesweeper, like the flag, you know?
But it's not like there's any irreversible bad action you can take, right? Why would you need to mark something?
I'm
Just to remember something that you were trying earlier.
Well, I didn't fully understand your question. However, I understood the gist, and the answer is everything starts as land. So if you want to mark something as like explicitly land, you could use the marker. Or at least that's how the tutorial explained it, you know?
Oh, like if you want to remember that that's land, but you haven't got around to making the stuff around it water yet. So I think I understand. If I didn't explain my understanding part.
Well, I hope you did explain it, because I'm having trouble understanding your microphone audio at the moment.
Let me try switching to a different microphone.
Oh, I didn't realize that was an option.
Maybe that will.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. I was wrong.
Oh.
I forgot which headphones I was using.
Hmm.
I can switch headphones actually.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, you're in terms of audio, I have trouble understanding. Yours is very yours is on the better end of unfortunate audio situations. It's barely unfortunate at all.
I have my AC running, which is probably
Yeah.
not helping.
That can
I could
that
switch
can be
to
tough.
a worse microphone closer to my face, if that helps.
Sure, give it a shot.
Oh wait, I can't hear.
Mm.
There. Oh, I can't hear. Oops.
Wow, there's like a little glowing thing here. I don't know what that is.
Right. Aurora Borealis.
Localized entirely in this small bush? I guess it's a campfire. I guess somebody was making a campfire in the forest.
Oh, I was looking at the glowing off the map.
Yeah. Not that.
Not that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It doesn't really look like a campfire, but
I think it's a campfire. It's just pretty small. It's just too small to really seem like it is what it is.
it's just like a stylized, not very convincing campfire.
I also think it's maybe just the coals. Why are they called coals when they're actually quite hot?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Thinking about that, this caused me to think of a dumb dad joke.
Well, lay it on me.
I fully formulated it into a joke yet.
Oh, okay.
I just have the scene in the joke.
By the way, your audio did not improve.
Is it worse?
It's about the same.
Fascinating.
What if you just turn off Discord noise suppression?
Would that make it worse?
I think.
Oh, my Discord audio microphone didn't change. Let me try. This should sound different.
Oh, that's way better. I think.
My air conditioner also just like decided to tone it down for a second also. At the exact moment that I switched over to a different microphone. So it's impossible to say which was the primary change.
Yeah. The thing about the Discord noise suppression is that it sometimes suppresses meaningful noise that's kind of like unavoidable, right?
Yeah.
But that means sometimes it's better to have the noise, but be able to hear the guy.
Yeah. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater, as it were.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, crisp bathwater cancellation. Cancel the baby as well.
Oh my god. He's history's greatest monster.
History's greatest gronster. Gronster.
She's history's comeliest wench.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a pretty stiff competition on that. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so a farmer and a German walk into a bar.
Okay.
And the German says,
Wait. What does the German do for work? And what nationality is the farmer?
The farmer is American and the German makes cars.
Okay.
But neither of those facts is super important.
He's an auto mission worker.
His name is Wagon.
His name is Steve Wagon.
Volkswagen.
His name is Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, the German is like, so what is new with you, Ralph? And the farmer says, well, one of my horses just had a colt, and then the German says, "Oh, you should give it some tea and honey." That's the whole joke. It's very dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Colt is a very revealing word about many accents. Some people pronounce it the same as the word cult, but it's not.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're just uneducated rubes,
It's possible.
but you know.
Some people say, we'll just pronounce the letter I like the letter E.
Curious.
They'll say set down instead of sit down,
Ah, yes.
but not because they think it's set, but because they actually just say sit that way. There are also people who will say set instead of sit because they think it's set.
I've always been confused if, like, do they pronounce all analogous vowels that way? If they tried to say the word chit, would they say the word chet? Or is it just
I think some of them would.
one word?
I don't know exactly. I do know I once had a coworker at a programming company. There was code stuff happening. Anyway, he would always say get instead of get.
Ah.
I was like, why did he do that? But eventually I realized that was just his accent. Even though he sounded pretty normal otherwise.
I was once in Virginia, and by coincidence, I was around a bunch of people who were talking about their childhoods, and so I heard a lot of them say the word 10 as though it were the word tin. It was very curious.
Oh, like when they were 10?
Yeah. It was sort of like a middle. It was like raised. The E was raised to almost become the I. I think
Like
they
10.
merged.
10. 10.
Yeah. I mean, the closest
10.
I could get to
10.
it would just be by saying the word tin. But it is a little bit lower than that on the, minute distinctions.
I mean, 10 and 10 are already so close.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, there's another one in there.
Ooh. That's right. They were probably using, the IPA letter E as found in Italian and other such languages. The true round E instead of the IPA epsilon that we all use for our fun words like 10.
10.
With the quality of the microphone, there's no way for me to know which one of those you held in your heart, as you said. The word you just uttered.
I don't understand why you don't just put a block right there and right there.
Well, I can't see where you're pointing. That's issue number 1, I think.
Oh, I guess Jeff still have to put one right there. But that shouldn't be a problem, right? Like, why not? It's not like you need to... Well, maybe that's spoilers if I say what I was going to say.
I'm not going to answer your question because I can't formulate an answer to it because I don't know where you're referring to.
Yeah.
But it's, it's fine.
Is there some limit on how many corners you can have touching at the things?
Limit on corners you can have touching other things.
Like, if every island is touching corners with another island, is that a problem?
No, that's fine.
Well, then I think you could solve all your problems by touching more corners.
Well, that is certainly part of my goal. But I probably am solving for a constraint you don't know about at this point.
I mean, it's Nurikabe World. How many constraints could there be? 2.
What about instead of Nurikabe World, it was Murakami World?
I feel like I should know who that is, but I don't.
Oh, he's a Japanese novelist.
Oh, is he the one who wrote the thing about the sailor who fell from grace with the sea or something like that?
No, that's Mishima. Murakami is currently alive. He's contemporary with us.
He's written stories that I haven't heard of.
It's interesting. I would think he was the most famous, currently active Japanese novelist. Very popular.
Could be.
You know, like he's kind of. You know how everybody sort of knows who David Foster Wallace is? Kind of a similar.
Yeah.
Kind of a similar amount of notability for this guy, but a little bit more obscure.
Wow, he wrote a book called IQ84.
Nice.
That's crazy.
He wrote a book about me?
It's like, or no, actually, sorry, it's 1Q84.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like IQ84.
It does.
But I think it's like 1984 with a Q, but
yeah,
I don't know.
It is that. I like to. I'm trying to get a thing started where we pronounce that book as Q-teen 84 because you know that's how you pronounce 19. You don't say like 1Q 84.
1984.
I was thinking about becoming a guy who pronounces the year simply as a number. I'll just go like, yes, it is 2025. During the 1960s, there were many bands.
So true.
Yes. They don't want you to know this, but it is true.
Did you do it? It looks done.
Had to complete it a little bit more.
Oh, the 5. Huh. I feel like there's an easier way to do that, but I can't prove it. I don't actually know the rules of this game.
Yeah. I mean, from observing what you just observed, you should be able to deduce one of the rules of this game that I thought you quite likely didn't know already, because it's kind of obscure if you're just looking at the board. But the fact that you didn't deduce it makes me think maybe you had already figured it out.
Well, why don't you just tell me so I know what you're talking about?
All of the water has to be connected.
Yes, I did not deduce that.
Yeah.
This explains why you didn't do some of the things I was thinking you'd do.
Right. Yeah. The game would be much easier without that. Like right here, I have to keep this water connected to the...
And I'm assuming a corner connection is not sufficient.
That's correct. Corners
Okay.
don't count as adjacents
Right.
in the world of Haruki Murakami.
New Recabay.
Yes.
What if it was Nurikabe World? Because they're all the whirlpools.
That's good. If only I had thought it. I didn't know there were whirlpools when I started playing, though. So, you know, it would have been very hard for me to think of that pun in time.
Yeah. And if you had thought of it, you wouldn't have known how appropriate it was. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been what's the name for like a happy accident?
Happy accident.
Yeah.
I, I think you said it.
Well, I was thinking of a different word, but yeah.
I could make a joke and say my own name and pretend that I was an accident,
Aww.
but I don't think I was. Or if I was,
Whoa.
it's like not irrelevant. Uh, like there's a mode of existence as a married couple where you're like not necessarily trying to have kids, but you're also not trying to avoid it, and you're just like going along.
Mm-hmm.
And for all I know, that may have been what my parents were doing, or it may not have.
All right, I'll keep
So in
that
that
in
case,
mind.
would someone born under those conditions be an accident or not?
Well, John, I think of you as a necessary being, so factor that into your calculations.
I don't know how.
Necessarily, I guess. Suddenly, the amount of sound has changed. Something has clicked. Did you leave the call? No, you're still
No.
here. Huh.
Maybe Crisp just figured out better what the noise is or something.
Well, it was
I don't know.
the sound coming out of the game changed, so it has to be something on my end.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, puzzle constraints got hands.
Yeah. There we go. Quick maths.
They called it maths.
Yeah. I guess I wish I could mark something as water as well.
Can't you just mark it?
No, it turns it into land.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah. They should invent a type of land that isn't water.
I thought all the land wasn't water.
Oh.
Is there any rule about like having too big of land mass?
Nope.
You know, you're not like obligated to have a puddle in the middle of your land if it's too big.
There's no such obligation. This is correct. Hmm. There we go. Maybe I should have saved that for last, because it would have been very... Oh, well, there we go. Never mind. No need for me to solve that 10-piece. Due to the exact opposite of the thing I was saying.
Nice. Ooh, I wonder if information is available.
Just in general?
That's right.
Yeah.
Information is available.
What about more information? I'm always looking for more information.
More than what?
What is presently available? Typically, any place with information will have a thing telling you for more information. Check out this other thing.
Well, I mean, I would disagree, but I know what you mean. Like,
Well,
I'm just saying there are like many sources of information aside from the ones that have little more information things. Like, for example, I'm giving you information right now, both explicit and implicit, and I'm not offering more information than
where would
what
I
reference.
go if I wanted to learn more about information itself?
I don't know.
Well, this just
information theory is a
illustrates...
whole field.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're speaking my language. I do have a certain delight for the increasingly anachronistic, deliberately hackneyed recommendation of visiting your local library to find information on some topic. Just tickles me as a thing to recommend.
For more information, consult your village elder.
Ooh. But he's so old.
That's the point.
Oh.
That's how you know he's legit.
He's legit old. He's real old. He a
Yeah.
real one, parentheses, old person.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. You know, I fear that this collection of haphazard puzzles is not helping me, like, grow or improve as a person.
It's possible.
Oh no, I was hoping you would tell me that was impossible and I needn't worry.
I mean, I can't really say that with certainty.
Dang. If there's one thing I love, it's saying things with certainty. Well, I guess
Reminds
that
me of a
works.
song.
Yeah?
Yep.
What's the song?
It's probably called Any Kind of Certainty,
I see.
but I'm not positive. It's like a punk ska thing
Oh.
by Streetlight Manifesto,
Oh.
which I
Yes.
have listened to one album of because one friend randomly recommended it one time, and I was like, sure, I'll check it out.
Nice. I love that band.
Oh, nice.
I know the very song you're talking about. What's its title?
Oh,
I don't know. I listen to them one whole album at a time, but the lyric is with any sort of certainty.
yeah. He's like, I'll hold my tongue and I'll breathe easily. If anyone can tell me with any kind of certainty that there is something to believe.
Yeah. That's me about this puzzle game. He wrote that song about me.
Friend's mom texting me asking how I make garbanzo beans.
If she's your mom, why is she asking me how to make garbanzo beans? You know what I'm saying?
Well, she knows that I make garbanzo beans. But I feel like she has much more experience cooking yummy foods than I do. And I should be asking her how to do this.
Well, that's rough.
But, I mean, it's fine. She's just asking what I do. And I'm like, yep, this is what I do.
I see.
And I'm sure you would do just as well or better following your instincts without asking me. But it's fine. I don't mind sharing my experience.
John says, believe in yourself. There we go. Interlinked. In a cell. Me saying that reminds me of a time. It was around the time I was in Virginia. Possibly a different time I was in Virginia. And I was taking a long walk. And I didn't have my phone or anything on me, so I was just walking and thinking to myself. And I thought we should do a podcast about the new Blade Runner movie. I have thoughts about it, it turns out. I didn't think I would have thoughts about it, but I do.
I haven't even seen it.
It was okay.
Wow. The first person I've heard say it's okay. Everyone else either thinks it's good or bad.
Well, you know, I've always been a maverick.
Yeah. Maverick. I hardly know Rick.
Wow.
So does the Blade Runner actually run blades?
Nope.
What the heck?
Funny story about that, actually. Blade Runner is taken from a different dystopian sci-fi novel. And in Blade Runner, the novel, there is a guy who runs blades. And he's called the Blade Runner. And it actually makes sense. But I guess in the movie, a Blade Runner is like a guy who hunts cyborgs. I think that's what a
guy who
Blade Runner is.
Checks their dreams for sheep.
Yeah.
It's like, you got any sheep in there? Are they analog or digital?
Yeah. What's the character of these sheep?
Describe them.
You know, the whole time I was watching Blade Runner for the first time, I thought the replicants were supposed to be robots, you know? Androids, you might even say.
Wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Are they not?
No. For reasons that kind of escape me, they're actually just like biological creatures. They're synthesized out of amino acids and stuff, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
But the whole point was they were robots.
Me too.
Androids.
Who might be able to dream of electric sheep. But no, it's
Alright. I'm very confused then. I don't understand anything about that series. I did watch the first one, and I guess I don't remember it that well, but I thought they had like robots and whatnot.
Yeah, but like they don't, you know, they don't have any metal parts in them. they go to like remarkable lengths to show you the organic type components that these guys are made out of.
I thought I saw like a screenshot from the movie of someone being revealed to have like metal robot parts.
Whoa.
Maybe I made that up, but I thought I saw it somewhere on the internet.
Well, didn't you just say
No,
you saw the movie?
I know I saw the first one, but I'm talking about in
Hmm.
the second one. You know, the new one,
Yeah,
which I did not see.
I was still talking about the first one.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Yeah. I mean, they go to like they go to like an eye dealer. And he's like, yeah, here are the eyes I make for the robot. I mean, not robots. Here are the eyes I make for the replicants. And they're just eyes. They're not robot eyes or nothing.
synthetic eyes.
Yeah. I wonder if synthetic eyes get cataracts. That's my do androids dream of electric sheep.
Maybe, but you could probably also just replace them pretty easily.
Yeah.
I assume if you're designing your own synthetic organic being, you can make it easy to replace parts. Whereas with humans, it's like a little bit tricky.
It is tricky with humans. To be sure. There we go. Hmm. 7. Nice trees.
Look at all those whirlpools.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's crazy.
It's also tricky.
Part of me wants to get and play this game, but I will not, because
So brave.
I think I would have that feeling you were having earlier.
The one about growing and progressing as a person vis-a-vis not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, watching you play it is fine.
Yeah. I have that effect on people. People have often told me every time they watch me play video games, they are indubitably becoming better as a human being. Could not be dubited, they say.
Do you have opinions on Disco Elysium?
No, I've never played it. I mean, this is one of those things where the things people recommend it for are the things that make it seem bad. It kind of feels like, I don't know, reading r/politics memes as a classic point-and-click adventure game with dialogue trees. As a CRPG, I guess. That's it. Rather. And, like, that didn't sound good to me. I hear it's well written by whatever metric people evaluate these things. Metric in a loose sense. So that's, nice for them.
I remember hearing a friend talk about it several years ago and thinking it sounded really cool, but I can't remember what he said about it exactly that I thought was cool.
Mm-hmm. Depending on how many years ago. Could have been back when the age was young and people were like, this guy knows what anarcho-syndicalism is. Epic.
I think it was like about the time the game came out. So
that would make sense. You've called me on my bluff because I don't know what that implies about what I was implying. So this one is tough. I was thinking, like, how are their challenge levels? How can any of the levels be more challenging than any of the other levels? Well, I guess there is. There is.
Just like that.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah.
Here, what if you move that around so you can put that there?
Your suggestions may be correct, but they are not illuminating.
Do you want me to try to be more specific?
I
Or
don't
do you want the
have a
pleasure of doing it
strong
yourself?
feeling either way, to be honest with you. I mean, you might as well, if you think you have the solution. I'm not particularly attached. It's no Obra Dinn, let me just put it that way.
I feel like you were like 2 squares away from it before you opened up that whirlpool. Yeah. So if you add another square onto that 4, then it's bad because it's too close to the other 4, but can't you just move so it's like an upside down L?
There we go.
Upside down and backwards L.
Yeah. We got it. I was thinking the same thing, but it was inchoate by the time you had made your suggestion. Bro, let's go by the side path.
To what?
This level is called, well, this batch of levels is called Side Path.
Wow. Everyone in the server is saying it's good kami art. Just go Elysium, that is.
Hmm. I only believe in one type of good kami art, and it's the posters that they made as propaganda in the Soviet Union. Those things were those were pretty sick.
Also what came to my mind when you started to say that. I was like, oh yeah, he's probably talking about those USSR posters.
I was about to say, like, I don't think there is good kami art, and then I thought, wait a minute. Actually, some of the best art of all time is kami art, in a sense. Oh no. There we go. That last level was shaped like a jellyfish. This one is shaped like, I don't know, a big square, I guess.
What's that Pokemon?
What?
Type of indefinite shape where you'd be like, what's that Pokemon?
Oh.
And then it'd be like some sort of Pokemon, and you'd be like, ah, yes, I was never going to get that. Awkward.
What?
Money.
Okay, well this has to be this way, I guess, because nothing else can get in there. Which means that has to be that way.
Yes. Think in absolutes.
Yeah, I am a Sith legend after all.
Sith legend, bro. Oh wait, that doesn't look possible. What's going on
No,
there?
it looks impossible. I mean, this is also wrong. So maybe that'll help us somehow. The 4 can't get over here because the 2 is here.
Yeah.
Well, this is also
Wait, didn't they call this one Gotcha? Isn't that the name of this level?
So it is.
They're playing us for absolute fools.
Maybe the reason why there's a branching path in the overworld is that you have to realize this one is impossible.
Yeah, that sounds like something they did.
They've put a bookmark in it. For me.
Here's the real question. Is Disco Elysium localized into Russian?
Ah. Sure, why not?
Well, it has Russian subtitles, but not Russian audio, similar to Return of the Oberdin.
The man doesn't want you to get any ideas by listening to the passionate performances. The Russians would undoubtedly bring to the political conversation.
Yeah. I think it was probably just like it's a huge hassle to hire a bunch of voice actors to voice even one language and then to do multiple languages. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it could be that.
That's my guess.
That's
Hard to say.
It's pretty boring though.
It's not like any other language has voice acting aside from English.
It's because English is the most passionless language. It's well known.
I didn't know that.
Well, then I guess you're not well knowing.
Wait a second. Disco Elysium requires 20 gigabytes of storage.
Wow.
What the heck?
You know, it's probably all that audio.
No, that's crazy. Well, maybe. No, that's crazy. Probably all the textures for the models and stuff. The models themselves.
In my mind, Disco Elysium isn't high definition. Although that wouldn't really make any sense given the year it was created in.
And I'm looking at a screenshot on the Steam page, and it's like reasonably high definition. But also, I don't know if I want to do this to myself.
Nice. This one actually made like a good pattern. Very cool.
I wasn't paying attention when you got gotcha, but I assumed there was a solution to it, and you didn't just go the other path.
Oh, no, I actually exited out and then started doing the levels after gotcha. So I still have not solved gotcha.
Okay.
Turns out you can just do that. I hadn't been aware because I had no call to do it before, but I thought I would try it out. And it can, in fact, be done.
And it's got some kind of a crazy tricycle wagon. Pretty compelling.
What is this? Is this a Disco Elysium thing?
Yeah.
Are you playing it now?
No, I'm looking at screenshots.
I see.
On the Steam page.
Decisive John. That's what they're calling you.
So.
I could make it a thing. I could have it start being true.
Like in Robin Hood when they called that one guy Little John.
Yeah. We could call you Little John if you wanted.
It's okay.
I'm kind of looking at these things and thinking like, wait a minute. I'm no longer having fun. I'm just clicking the things now. What the heck?
Maybe we should play something else.
Maybe.
The thrill's gone. Just going through the motions.
Yeah. You sound like my ex-wife.
I don't know, I'm thinking about buying Disco Elysium even though I don't want to spend any more time in video games anytime soon.
Your two goals seem like they're at odds.
Yeah. It's only $10 right now. Down from its usual $40.
What a steal.
Yeah. Imagine how much more money I could save by simply doing my job.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm imagining it right now. It's beautiful.
If only it could be real.
If only jobs were real.
Yeah. If only we could just do things.
Mm.
But I seem to remember reading somewhere that you can't just do things. So I guess I
Yeah.
can't.
Wow. Even though I didn't finish, gotcha. They still unlocked everything once I got to.
Well, maybe gotcha really is impossible.
What if I go to 10? Wow, Jesus. They got the big boards.
Thanks.
They're calling him Big Board. Fella.
Chairman of the board.
Yeah. I'm really feeling the like wine tasting aspect of this, where I'm like, this one has a very, windy vibe that's quite about making sure all the water stays connected. I don't know, my strategy of just slapping my way through it was working pretty well, but maybe I'll be a little bit more methodical.
Here I go installing Disco Elysium, I guess.
Oh. Maybe I should play Disco Elysium at the same time. After all the cool kids are doing it.
Dropped.
Dropped?
As in, our mutual friend Jason just posted. In case you were curious about IQ distribution among people having opinions.
I'm trying to piece together the mystery.
Mystery.
The mystery of
Mystery.
what it is you
Of the
just
Oblivion.
said to me.
Oh. Oh, you know.
You're kind of roboting it up. That one might be on me.
No, it's on me.
Oh.
I'm downloading Disco Elysium right now. It's taking up all my Wi-Fi.
Change the priority. Re-nice the process.
Pretty sure that's the reason.
That makes sense. Assign priority real time to your Discord instance.
I don't know how to do that.
Um,
Sounds like a Windows thing.
Yeah. Are you not on Windows?
No,
What you using?
Mac.
And it's the worst of both worlds because renicing probably doesn't mean anything to you either.
I've entered a download speed limit in Steam.
Wow.
So I will now take. The thing is, I don't know if that was the right limit to choose, but
What the hell just
maybe I'll bump
happened?
it.
My monitor disconnected for a second or something.
Maybe your power flickered.
My computer didn't turn off.
Well, in my experience, if the power flickers fast enough, my computer doesn't turn off. But other things can still flicker.
Yeah, I guess I don't
Maybe
really
it has
have
like a split-second capacitor or something.
I don't have any lights on or anything, so I wouldn't know. The sun didn't flicker.
I should certainly hope not.
Yeah. Every day I pray this state of affairs vis-a-vis the sun not flickering will continue.
Yeah.
I've decided to... So I went to a different level. Because I thought, wait, is it just doing the last one that unlocks the next level? And it isn't. That is not the case.
So like an 80% rule. Gotta do 80% of them.
Something like that. Something like that has got to be it.
Maybe it's you have to do all of them except for the one that's impossible.
Maybe. This one has an M, which is less impressive than having a snake. What do I do here? Maybe if I pivot the 2s, pick the 4.
I wonder what tomorrow will be.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. I wonder what sort of day it will be.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
This is a real pickle I'm in.
I think I see a solution.
Yeah? What do you think, Nev?
I'm thinking, what if
You cut out, I guess.
you know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't even hear what you were saying, unfortunately.
Oh, must have cut out.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what if we extended one down along the edge from the 6, and then reconfigured the 4 beneath it into a square?
Yeah. Good idea, John. Good going. You should turn off Discord noise suppression, I guess. Probably.
Is this not worse?
Well, your voice is better.
How about you can hear my AC in the background, though?
Yes. I understand why it was doing such a heroic effort of suppressing your noise now.
Well, I can turn off my AC for a bit. It's actually hot in here. I wonder what I got up to today. Yeah, it's a high of 90 today, or 89 today. It's not bad. Respectable.
I may have pranked myself by playing these levels just because they were marked advanced or advance. Oh, there are variant rule sets in here. I get. Oh, there's a. It tells you how many you need to complete to unlock the stuff. I might call it for this game. Oh, you can play infinite mode. Infinite Autumn.
Eternal September.
Yeah. It is for the intro campaign. So maybe. Whoa. Bros, it's so easy, bros. Okay. I've just had an idea. What if they made Donald Trump a character in Disco Elysium?
I don't know.
I think it really has potential, you know?
Right, I don't know enough about the game to know what that would mean for it.
Me neither. Me neither.
Imagine if you could have 2 conscious minds in your mind running in parallel.
Okay.
But you still identified with both of them.
Now you're getting tricky with it.
That'd be pretty cool. Maybe.
Philosophers debate whether that would be pretty cool.
I was just thinking, like, it's easy for me to see stuff that you don't see because I don't have to do all the stuff that you're doing. So I can just, like, look at other things not directly related to what you're doing and see opportunities.
True.
This is a common phenomenon.
Common
I've observed.
Phenomenon, indeed. A common phenomenon, if you will.
Phenomenon.
Ooh.
Anyway, I was thinking, like, what if one person could do that by having one brain actively, or one mind working on the problem, the other mind just observing and keeping an eye out for you know, other things.
Yeah.
But I don't, yeah,
Infinite
obviously not something we know how to do.
seasons.
But maybe there's a way to cultivate an awareness
In spring.
so you can like switch back.
Well, they'll sprinkle in some challenges for you.
Or like, too many levels, but infinite levels, you say?
I'm just clicking all the buttons, man. I'm gonna look at the daily puzzles too. I'm gonna get the easy mode on this one. Maybe I should do a genius move. Because I think I'm losing steam on this game because I need to eat dinner primarily. But then I could save time by leaning into the fact that I'm getting tired and I need to eat dinner. And call success on this game. I feel like I'm taking the oath of office. Because I can hear myself. Anyway.
I also heard you for a second. Device. So, like, strategically, you get tired of this game now, rather than taking a break for dinner and coming back to it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Sounds
because
like
you know, I don't need to play this game, really, when you get right down to it. Exhausting my interest with it before I even get to the variations might be a good move for my life. That was the hard? That was crazy. That was easier than the medium.
oh,
Pairs. 3 levels to unlock. Does that mean 3 total or 3 more?
probably 3 more. I would guess.
It's cracked. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'll call it on this game. I could check out the level editor. We'll make a new campaign. You know, this looks like a good editor. I'm not interested in making this type of game though, so I don't know. If I click user levels, will it like you have to paste codes? No, you don't. What the hell? This might be a variant. I might be ill-suited to play these.
They got lines under them.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Dang.
I wonder if this is exactly 8 have been made. No.
Probably just 8 trending, maybe.
Maybe exactly 8 have been made.
That's crazy.
This campaign shows that arbitrary circuits can be created with a large enough board. General solutions on arbitrarily large boards must then be at least NP complete, since we can embed SAT using these techniques. Yeah. I was thinking about that myself.
All those different user accounts are actually just the game developer with different pseudonyms.
Turns out every level was user generated because I am myself am a user of the software. Haha. Says the developer. There we go. Maybe. Yes. No. Yeah. There we go. I guess this one has pairing. Have you ever played The Witness?
I have. I really like that game.
It's good. I was thinking about how this game is kind of like The Witness, except when there's a new mechanic, they just tell you what the new mechanic is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because I'm playing this user level, before the concept of pairing has been introduced to me, I'm having a witness moment.
Yeah, that reminds me of when I went to an area that was using mechanics that hadn't been explained to me, and I was like, I don't understand this. But then instead of doing the smart thing and like looking for the area where that mechanic was explained, I just like tried to figure out what it was for a long time and then failed.
Nice.
Then moved on eventually. I was like, oh, I'm a dumb idiot. Of course, I should have realized this mechanic would be demonstrated clearly somewhere else.
I don't really understand. Like, you gotta combine the two 8s.
Yeah.
Right. But then, how do you deal with the 1s? Because there isn't enough excess. And you apparently can't combine them with the 8s. This just seems impossible.
Classic The Witness emotion.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally, they invented another witness-like.
I had a good time playing that game.
Yeah. It's one of those good time games.
One of those games that when you figure something out, you feel really smart. You're like, oh yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Maybe try putting the blocks other places.
I guess.
And like moving the blocks around and stuff. I know that probably doesn't help very much.
I'll just try every possible combination. What is check? Oh yeah, it'll tell you what's wrong with your solutions. Now the numbers are paired. Curious. Somehow toggling this makes it think the number is paired or not. I'm not sure that's accurate. There we go. Had a different idea of pairing. Then you must put it all together. Although I guess those are just two different ways it could happen. Alright. I will now stop playing this game. Forever.
It's a dollar sign.
Is it? Where's the
Made a
dollar
dollar sign.
Oh, I see.